Master these 5 habits and you'll never be angry or bothered by anyone. Stoicism. Anger feels automatic, but the Stoics knew something most people never learn. Nothing outside you has the power to disturb your peace unless you hand that power over. People talk, people provoke, people disappoint, yet calm remains available to anyone disciplined enough to protect it. This video is not about becoming passive or weak. It's about becoming untouchable. When you master these habits, insults lose their sting, disrespect loses its grip, and chaos no longer controls your emotions. You stop reacting and start ruling yourself. If you're tired of being triggered, tired of replaying arguments in your head, and tired of giving emotional control to people who don't deserve it, stay with me. And if content like this sharpens your mind and strengthens your character, subscribe to the channel now. This is where calm minds are built and quiet power rises. 1. Stop expecting people to be reasonable. Most anger is born from one hidden belief, that people should act the way you think they should. The Stoics warned against this trap centuries ago. Human beings are flawed, emotional, selfish, and inconsistent. Expecting otherwise is choosing frustration on purpose. When someone behaves badly, the Stoic response is not surprise, outrage, or resentment. It is understanding, not approval. Understanding. You recognize that ignorance, insecurity, and weakness drive most behavior. Once you accept this, their actions stop feeling personal. Anger says, "How dare they?" Wisdom asks, "Why am I surprised?" The moment you lower unrealistic expectations, emotional pain loses fuel. You stop demanding fairness from a world that never promised it. You stop seeking validation from people who can't give it, and suddenly, peace becomes the default. This habit alone dissolves countless arguments before they even begin. Practice it daily. Before reacting, remind yourself that people act according to their nature, not your standards. Calm follows acceptance. If this mindset is already shifting how you see people, subscribe to this channel. The next habits go even deeper, and they change everything. 2. Pause before you react. Anger thrives on speed. The faster you react, the less control you have. The Stoics trained themselves to insert a pause between stimulus and response. That pause is where power lives. When someone insults you, disrespects you, or triggers emotion, your body wants to strike back immediately. Words rush forward, thoughts sharpen into weapons, but reacting instantly hands your peace to someone else. A pause breaks the chain. Even a few seconds of silence changes everything. You regain awareness. You shift from instinct to intention. You stop acting from emotion and start acting from reason. The person provoking you loses leverage because they were counting on your reaction. This is not suppression. It is mastery. Make it a habit to breathe before responding. Count silently. Observe your thoughts without obeying them. Ask yourself whether this moment deserves your energy. Most of the time, it doesn't. People who cannot control their reactions are controlled by others. Those who pause decide their own behavior. If you want more habits that sharpen self-control and emotional strength, subscribe to this channel. Calm is trained, not gifted. 3. Focus only on what you control. Nothing creates anger faster than fighting reality. The Stoics divided life into 2 categories: what is within your control and what is not. Most emotional suffering comes from confusing the two. You cannot control what people say. You cannot control their opinions, moods, or actions. Trying to do so is exhausting and humiliating. But you can control your judgments, your responses, and your inner standards. Once this becomes clear, anger begins to fade. When someone annoys you, ask one question: is this within my control? If the answer is no, release it immediately. Holding onto it is wasted effort. If the answer is yes, act calmly and deliberately. This habit shifts your attention inward, where real power exists. You stop trying to manage others and start mastering yourself. External chaos loses its ability to disturb you because it no longer defines your emotional state. Freedom begins the moment you stop demanding control over the uncontrollable. If this perspective resonates with you, subscribe now. The remaining habits will fortify your mind even further. 4. Detach your self-worth from opinions. Nothing enslaves a person faster than caring too much about what others think. The Stoics taught that your value is determined by your character, not by applause, criticism, or gossip. When you tie your self-worth to opinions, every comment becomes a threat. Praise makes you dependent. Criticism makes you angry. Silence makes you insecure. You live emotionally exposed. Detachment is freedom. This does not mean ignoring feedback or rejecting growth. It means refusing to let external judgment decide your inner state. When someone disrespects you, it only harms you if you agree with it. When someone misunderstands you, clarity matters more than defense. Ask yourself this regularly: does this opinion change who I am or how I live? If not, release it. The calmer you become about how you are perceived, the more dangerous you are to manipulation. People lose power over you when their words stop shaping your emotions. If you're learning how to build unshakable confidence from the inside out, subscribe to this channel. This is where mental strength is forged. 5. Treat every trigger as training. The Stoics viewed hardship not as an enemy, but as a teacher. Every insult, delay, and disappointment becomes material for growth if you use it correctly. Anger signals an opportunity. It reveals where attachment still exists. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this training me to overcome?" When someone tests your patience, they are unknowingly helping you build it. When life frustrates you, it is sharpening your endurance. Calm is not built in comfort. It is forged under pressure. Adopt this mindset and resentment fades. You stop seeing people as obstacles and start seeing them as practice. This shift alone makes you nearly impossible to provoke. The world will continue to challenge you. That is guaranteed. Your choice is whether each challenge weakens you or strengthens you. If this way of thinking empowers you, subscribe now. More lessons like this are waiting for you here. Final reflection. A person who masters these habits becomes rare. Calm in chaos, focused under pressure, unmoved by provocation. This is not emotional numbness. This is disciplined strength. Anger no longer controls your day. People no longer rent space in your mind. You move through life steady, deliberate, and grounded. If this video gave you clarity, share it with someone who needs it and subscribe to the channel for more Stoic wisdom that builds quiet power and unbreakable calm. Your peace is your responsibility. Protect it.